Yo, what's good? It's your boy Coffee Sips back in another video. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about another wild story that also took place at the skating rink. I promise not every video is gonna include me being at the skating rink, but a lot of my stories low-key just happened there. I spent most of my childhood there. I'm sorry, okay? But anyways, let's get right into it. This story takes place in the summer of 2021. The last story was in 2022. This one was a year earlier, so I was 12. Yeah, I was a youngin', bro. I'm not gonna lie, man, I kind of miss it. It was a little bit after, like, lockdown and everything. It was so fire, bro. But, everything has to come to an end. I do miss playing games, though, during COVID. That was just absolutely peak. Anyways, I'm getting very sidetracked. This day, just like any other day, we'll bring Alex back into this because Alex is a childhood friend. He is absolutely the GOAT at skating too. So we'd always go to the skating rink together. It was very rare where we were not there together and didn't ride to the place together or made the plans to go up there, Anyways, this day, it was a Saturday. I text Alex and I say, yo, bro, you trying to go to the skating ring tonight? He said, why not today? And at this skating ring, it was low-key more chill to go at night because all the kids that were like actually good at skating would go at nighttime, and then all the kids that were there for like birthday parties and stuff like that were just there for like a one-time thing, they were there during the day. And no problem with people that aren't that good at skating, absolutely no problem with them. But it's a little bit annoying because when you're actually like good, you're trying to do things, and a lot of these kids, just ironic, I'm calling them kids, I was 12, but a lot of the kids, younger kids, didn't know how to like get out of the way at the right times. And like if you were there with all the kids that knew how to skate, like they would get out of the way if you were trying to do a trick or some shit. But little kids just can't really comprehend that. Ironic, again, I don't know why I'm calling them little kids because I was a little kid. Anyways, Alex texts me, like I said, he says, why don't we go during the day? And I said, you know what, bro? Why not? It's been a while since we done that, so whatever, let's see how it goes. Well, we get there, everything's, going as expected. I already almost ran into like 3 little kids because they don't know how to get out of the way. So I was like, yo, bro, you just want to like leave and come back later, like at nighttime when everybody else shows up? He's like, yeah, low-key, bro, like this shit kind of boring. I'm like, exactly, I told you. Anyways, we take off our skates, we put on our shoes, and we tell the person up front, I think his name, we'll just give him a name. What should his name be? Let me think real quick. Bobby. We're gonna call him Bobby. He had this really gnarly afro. Bobby was the dude that worked up front. We were chill with him. We see him all the time. You know what I'm saying? We were there like every weekend. I tell Bobby, hey, we'll be back in a little bit. Do we have to pay when we come back? Because usually when we did this, which was very rare, he wouldn't make us pay a second time because we were like regulars and we were there all the time. He's like, nah, man, you guys can come in. You already paid for today, but usually you have to pay for 2 different sessions. But Bobby was just chill like that. I hope he didn't get fired. Sorry, Bobby. Anyways, we leave, right? And we're like, damn, we don't got to ride. You just want to walk to go get something to eat? It's just like walk in general. I'm like, you know what, bro? Why not? So we start walking, and I'm thinking nothing's going to go wrong. We're going to go get some food. I think we're going to Cane's. Chicken is so good, by the way. We go to Cane's, we get some food. Everything's going like amazing. Okay. Well, we leave Cane's and we're like, dude, I'm bored. Like, we're both just beyond bored. Well, Alex gets this bright idea and tells me, yo, why don't we go to that abandoned apartment complex? This is about like a mile and a half up the road. We've been there before. It's very creepy and it's kind of sketchy to go with just 2 people. So I was a bit like, nah, I don't know, bro. Like maybe we do that when we have like, have other people around like Brandon and all the other people. I've mentioned Brandon in the last episode, like all of that friend group. Maybe we should go like when it's actually a group and not just us 2. And he's like, bro, stop being a little bitch. Come on, bro. Like nothing's going to happen. It's daytime. And I usually don't give in to peer pressure ever. Like, I don't smoke or nothing. But this day I was like, fuck it, bro. Why not? Let's go, dude. Hopefully there's not a bunch of homeless people there. Subtle foreshadowing. Anyways, we get to this place. We walk and walk. We're talking. And it's honestly a vibe. Like, me and Alex just be vibing and shit, bro. Like, that's my guy, dog. We just be sitting there bullshitting, talking shit to each other, catching up. Even though we, like, talked literally like a day ago. Everything's going great, bro. We get to this like abandoned apartment complex, and when I say it is so creepy, I don't know if you guys have ever seen an abandoned apartment complex. It's eerie. It's very eerie, but it's a little less eerie during the day. Like if you go at nighttime, which I have another story on that one day, it's very creepy, beyond creepy. Anyways, we go to like the front of this apartment complex. Keep in mind, this is very illegal, guys. I gotta say, don't do this shit because it's really stupid. Anyways, we get up there and we're like, yo, bro, let's go check out like this front part real quick. keep in mind, for some reason at this place, most of the doors were unlocked. So like the front office place was unlocked. Like I mean abandoned. Like it's probably been abandoned like probably close to 20 years. I don't know why they wouldn't just break it down. I really don't. I don't know how an apartment complex becomes abandoned. That don't even make no sense. Anyways, we go into the little front office. It's obviously, worn down. There's like a couple chairs in there that are like all rusty and has dust all over it. There's cobwebs everywhere. It's chill, right? I guess. I like creepy stuff, but it's just a little bit eerie to know that like this place hasn't been used in so long, and like what if there's a ghost here? Anyways, but yeah, after we are done checking out this like little front office place, I guess where people used to like check in and stuff, we go to the first big building where all like the apartments are, and we're like checking out the apartments, and I really don't know why we were even here in the first place, because it's like, yo, it's an apartment complex. They're just copy and pasted. But we ended up going all the way up to about like the 7th floor. This one door unlocks finally. I forgot to mention, when we were coming up the stairs, we tried to get into the rooms. We got all the way up to the 7th floor. First one on the right finally opened. We were like, bet, let's check this out. When I say I was greeted, not even graded, traumatized to the sight that I seen, Lord have mercy. We open this door, and it's a lot to process at once. It really is. I see what appears to be a homeless man and a homeless woman doing the deed that you would see on the Orange and Black website. Yeah, well, the homeless guy gets really pissed when we open the door. Yeah, he gets really mad. He's like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, he's pissed. He's saying he's about to hit us, everything. We're like, oh, fuck. And like we cover our eyes and like just fucking bolt it down them stairs, bro. And then all of a sudden we're about like one floor down, and we hear footsteps coming down the stairs behind us. And it just makes me run faster, and it makes Alex run a little bit faster. But then the footsteps behind us are also getting faster. So it's a bit creepy. And then I have a thought midway through. I'm like, Alex, I don't think he pulled his pants up. That was quick. And Alex starts laughing, which makes us slow down. And it's like, what the fuck? We gotta keep running. It was just a lot, bro. Well, we get to the bottom, and we make the dumbest decision. If you go left, you can get out of the apartment complex, like where we came from, like the front. And then if you go right, there's more apartments. And Alex is like, splitting. He's like, bro, I want to see more. And then he runs to the right. So what do? Well, I fucking run to the right, because I'm not gonna leave my homeboy out here in this abandoned apartment complex with 2 homeless people doing the deed. But like, we're running and running, and this guy gave up, but he was screaming when he got to the bottom because he's seen us, and he was like, and don't fucking come back, I own this shit. Which, no, you don't, bro. You you don't own this shit. It's abandoned. Anyways, we're just, trying to catch our breath. We run probably to like the very back of this apartment complex, and we suddenly realize like, oh fuck. Well, actually, I realized this as we were running, but Alex realizes. He goes, bro, we have to go back that way to get out. Like, let me give you guys a visual picture of what this apartment complex was like. Like I said, there's a front office we checked out, then there's apartments, there's another building of apartments. Like, there's like 7 big, huge buildings that are like behind, obviously, the front. But around it are barbed wired fence with, it's like electrical. And I know you're probably thinking, well, it's abandoned. Maybe it's not, electrical no more. I wasn't taking a chance. I'm not trying to die. You know what I'm saying? But Alex is like, dude, we have to go back that way. What if he waits for us? What if he has a weapon? What if he has something? I'm like, dude, I know, but you ran to the right, and I was not going to leave you alone. We had to go to the left when we got to the bottom of the stairs, but you ran to the right because you said you wanted to see more. And I'm like, dude, we already fucked up. We might as well see more. This abandoned apartment complex was pretty cool, I guess. Whatever, it's cool as it can possibly get. It's literally cookie cutter apartments. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again, but whatever. To fun for Alex, I guess. I wasn't really having fun after that. I wanted to go. Anyways, about an hour later, we get done checking out all these apartments. Yeah, whatever it's called. I don't know. It's cool. Whatever, It's cool to see shit abandoned and on the brink of falling apart, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we get to the bottom. We're on the last apartment complex, like, building, and we're like, all right, dude, I feel like it's been long enough. We're gonna go back, okay? And when we get back, We're not gonna run the full time. We're gonna get about to the second building, gonna bolt it past the first and the gate to get out. And then we're gonna go run until we're damn near back near the canes. Okay, so we had a whole plan, right? Keep in mind, when we get out of this apartment complex, okay, from coming out of it, to get back near the canes, which is also a mile away, right? Mile and a half away, like I mentioned, you have to turn left. Okay? But if you guys haven't caught this already, Alex isn't the smartest at making decisions. Okay? He's not good with his left and right. I think Alex may be dyslexic. So plan goes expected. We get all the way damn near by the fence. The dude actually screams, by the way. I want to say that when we started running, the dude was waiting up on the 7th floor of the balcony, waiting for us. And when he seen us, he said, "Come here, you little shits." And he started running back down on the stairs. And I was a little panicked, but I was like, dude, he's not going to catch us. Like, there's no way, right? Well, we get out, and the dude's already down. Like, he's already, like, closing the distance near the fence. But we're still running out this apartment complex because it's kind of like a long driveway thing, you know? Got to run past that. We're running, and I take a left. I'm not thinking about Alex going to the right like an idiot, okay? Because we already planned this. We are going to turn left and go back to the canes that we came from. I'm telling you, I did not look back. I did not look back for about probably half a mile. He literally kept screaming. He was following us. So I was like, bro, I gotta go. Like, we gotta dip. I did not look back for nothing. I noticed about like midway through getting closer to the canes, I'm like, wait, where the fuck is Alex, dude? Where did Alex go? I shit you not. Alex took a fucking right. He took a right. And let me tell you something about taking a right there. It leads to nothing but the fucking woods. Like, there's nothing over there. You take a right, and if you keep running for long enough, it's just nothing but woods. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I'm like thinking to myself, dude, he's cooked. I don't think I should run back that way because that dude is now not in the apartment complex. He's not secured nowhere. He's out and about. And did he start chasing Alex? And I'm like, oh, fuck. It hits me. I'm like, dude, I have to call him like right now and see if he's okay. Well, I call him. He answers. You can tell he's like out of breath. He's breathing really heavy. He's like, bro, he's still chasing me, bro. And then it hangs up. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, one or two things. Alex is about to die by a homeless guy that he caught doing the deed. Number two, he's trolling me. He's fucking trolling me. Well, unfortunately, he was not trolling me, but fortunately, he didn't die. The dude actually caught up to him, according to Alex. I was not there. The homeless dude ended up trying to grab him, and it just didn't work. Let me tell you something about Alex. Alex is a scrappy, little skinny dude, but he can fight. Like, he can fight. I think he could hold his own against anybody other than, like, people that are built like Mike Tyson. But if you're just, like, a regular guy, regular older dude, he, even at 12, could hold his own. Even if he had to kick you in the nuts or something, like, he's still gonna, like, you're not gonna get him just by pure strength. Unless you're a bit like Unk from the Diamond Gym or like Mike Tyson in his prime, you're just not finna like brute strength manhandle this kid. He's a good fighter. Well, according to Alex, he fucking knocked the homeless dude out. I don't know if it's because he just got like hella strong all of a sudden out of fear, or the homeless dude may have been on some shit, bro. I think the homeless dude was probably on drugs and getting hit really hard. Just it was over. He was out. Night. Yeah, so crazy fucking outcome. But I'm not done. The story doesn't end there. Essentially, it does with the homeless dude in the abandoned apartment complex. But we eventually make our way back to each other. We meet halfway because he said he knocked the dude out and then he just ran the other way back towards me. And first of all, when I met back up with him, he's telling me the story. And midway through, I'm like, dude, why the fuck didn't you just turn left? Like, why didn't you just turn left? This shit would have been avoided if you would just know your lefts and right, bro. And yeah, we talk about it for a little bit. He's laughing. He's like, dude, I don't know. We literally planned it out. I'm so dumb. He's like, I really hope I didn't kill that guy. I'm like, you probably didn't kill him. You probably just hit him one good time and then just like ran off. He'll probably be fine. He's like, man, I really hope so. I'm like, dude, you're good. You're most likely good. So that ends, and it's getting a little like later, not as in like midnight late, but I mean like later as in it's time to go back to that damn skating ring because all of our homies are pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So we go back to that skating ring. You know what I'm saying? I meet Bobby. up at the front again. I'm like, hey, what's good, bro? I dab him up. I'm like, everything's going chill. Everything's fine. Everything's amazing. It's great. And we're having a blast. I mean, I'm out there attempting tricks that I didn't know were possible. And I almost landed a trick called the Great Vine this night. Also, the same night that I got slapped in the face. Make sure to go watch that video. That's a very hard trick to learn, by the way. It's very zigzaggy, to say the least. And the way you have to land it at the end is very hard. Well, I almost nailed this shit. And then all of a sudden, I hear my homie say, no fucking way. I'm like, what? Somehow, some way, the homeless dude found his way to the skating ring. But this time, with a little kid. It was undeniable the same person, okay? But with a little kid. And then it had me thinking, wait a minute. Was there a kid in there the whole time? And then I started like feeling bad. I was like, oh no, like, ew, but oh no, like, why would he do that with his kid in there? Like, it was in the living room too, man. Like, come on, bro. Anyways, this kid couldn't have been older than 8. Super young kid. The homeless dude, though, notices us because we're kind of like by the end of the ring, but like near the front of the building. So when people walk in, they can see the people on the skating ring. And we're like facing there, looking dead at him because Alex literally says, oh, fuck. And I'm like, what? And then I look and I'm like, oh, fuck. And this dude looks at us like, you're fucked. And I'm like, oh, God, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're dead. We're dead. It's GG's. Oh, my gosh. So me and fucking Alex, we bolted to the other side of the ring, and then we sit down in this little like corner cubby, like at the very far right, and we're like shitting bricks. We're like, oh, we're fucking cornered. Like, there's no way to get us out now. Like, there is no way to get us out. We're cooked. We're gonna die. It's over. Oh my gosh. Luckily, we didn't die. Luckily, we didn't even have to come close to that guy because he didn't put on skates. So we just stayed on the ring for about 3 hours. No joke. We didn't get off because we didn't even want to take the chance of this homeless dude that was chasing us after us catching him doing the deed you see on the Black and Orange website. And he got knocked out by Alex. We didn't want to take a chance of him like walking up to us and like, I don't know, Jason stabbing us or something. I don't know, bro. I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, like what the fuck? And I'm just chilling, right? After about like 3 hours, I really thought he left. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gone. So I was like, you know what, bro? We're just gonna go sit down at a table with all of our friends and we'll be good. Alex is like, yeah, bro, we'll be fine if we have a lot of people. Well, it's about 9:40 and I waited too long to text somebody to come and get me, okay? And I'm freaking out because everybody got a ride, but me and Alex, because Alex did the same shit, because we were stressed out about a homeless guy that we completely forgot that we need to get a ride home, because there is no chance in hell we are finna fucking walk home 2 miles with homeless dude outside. Possibly could Freddy Cougar stab me and Alex or some shit because he wants his revenge for the Mike Tyson, Johnny Lawrence showdown he had in the street with Alex. I was stressing. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was stressing really bad. So was Alex. You can see it on his face, bro. He was like, dude, I hope somebody comes and gets us like soon. Hopefully somebody texts us back. In case you guys haven't caught on in this story so far, luck has not been on our side at all today. At all. Nobody fucking texts us. It's closed. It's already 10. And, luckily the workers there were really cool, but we started talking to Bobby and the security guard that worked there. And we're like, hey, we haven't got nobody to text us back. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a ride, and I really don't want to walk home because there's this homeless guy who literally chased us earlier, and I slip up, and I don't know why I said that because, like I said, there's a security guard. He's a cop. He's a security guard, but he's a cop. So yeah, cop looks at me and he says, why was he chasing you? I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think my nuts may have shot up all the way back up into my throat because I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, why the fuck did I say that? Now the cop knows. How am I gonna come up with a lie? He's like, what happened? Why was he chasing you? And he says my name. I'm not gonna say my name, but he says my name. And I'm like, oh my God. I come up with some lie. I honestly do not remember. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do not remember what I said, but the fucking cop bought it. I mean, it was probably really bad. I'm guessing it was really bad. It was a terrible terrible lie. He's like, all right, you boys, do you guys know y'all's address? I can take you home. I'm like, okay. I gave him my address, right? Alex gives him his address to the cop, and everything is looking decent, I guess. We're gonna have to get a ride from a cop. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, we get into the back of this cop car and we're on our way home. So things take a turn about halfway home. A homeless dude. It's the same guy. And he's standing on the side of the road with that little kid. This is going to take a very terrible turn of events and probably a complete shock to you guys. This is not funny in any way. This is actually a blessing in disguise that what happened that day. He sees the homeless guy walking with this kid. By the way, I thought it was weird. I think I should mention this. No disrespect to people that are adopted or are mixed or anything like that. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. It definitely struck me when the kid showed up. I forgot to mention this. The kid was dark skinned, which is not a bad thing at all. Not saying that's a bad thing, but this homeless dude was white as snow, okay? He was whiter than me, and that's saying a lot. I'm very white. I'm German, okay? The cop notices this, and he's like, wait a minute, boys. You stay in here. He turns his sirens on. He pulls up beside him. He stops the vehicle, puts it in park in the middle of the street, and he tells the guy to put his hands behind his head, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? Me and Alex are tripping balls, right? We're like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, dude, is it because of what we said? How this didn't happen when they were at the skating ring fucking blows my mind, because it would have been a lot easier to do instead of out in the middle of the street. This homeless dude kidnapped this little boy. This little boy was not his. Come to find out, that kid has been missing for 2 weeks, and this guy literally kidnapped him. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, what if we were next? Like, we literally went into his house. We could have been next, bro. Like, actually, we could have been next. Alex looks at me. He's like, bro, what is happening? Well, he gets the guy detained. He puts him in the back of the cop car. He lets us out first, right? He puts him in the back, and he's like, all right, you boys, I'm going to call another sheriff up here, or cop, whatever, and he's going to have to take you home, but I'm not going to leave until he gets here, obviously. This guy kidnapped this little boy. I have this on record. There was papers everywhere, missing child. He was undeniably the same kid. When I went over there, the kid was crying and said, thank you so much. I don't even want to know what the kid had to go through. But yeah, I'm going to wait and you guys stay right here. But I cannot put you guys in the back of the cop car with this guy. Even though he has handcuffs and everything, I just can't. So I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I don't want to be in the back of the cop car with a dude that kidnapped the kid and chased us and said he was going to, like, whoop the shit out of us, essentially. Well, the sheriff gets there and he takes us home. I get home and then I just hop on my fucking PC and start playing Fortnite or some shit. I don't remember. And yeah, that's the story on how breaking into an abandoned apartment complex literally saved a kid's life. God only knows what could have happened to that poor kid. But I'm very glad that he got back home intact and safe. I hope. Probably got traumatized. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. It's your boy Coffee Sips, and I'm out. Peace.
I lose control, and I miss what